Hi guys, this is George back here with another vlog, and today I'm here at Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World for my first ever visit. I've got a lot of rides that I want to get on today. There's 6 different coasters here and lots of other dark rides and other attractions as well, including Tron Lightcycle Run, which is new for this year. I'm not in the virtual queue yet, however the virtual queue does come out again at 1 o'clock, so hopefully I'll be able to join then. It's a little bit later now because with this park you have to get a monorail or a ferry boat over here. You can't just park next to the entrance, unfortunately. But look at the castle behind me, it looks incredible. So I'm going to head down Main Street USA, and I might go to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad first because that's had some downtime and it's just opened. Last time I looked it was on a 10-minute queue. I know it probably won't be now, however hopefully by the time I'm there it'll still be a relatively low queue. Some of the queues are quite big already, however some of them aren't too bad, so I'm going to make my way over there and see what it's like, and if not then I might do Pirates of the Caribbean because that's currently advertised 45 minutes. So here's a look at what used to be Splash Mountain, however it's getting a retheme to Princess and the Frog. So there we go. I don't know when this is opening yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they do to it. So I just had a ride there on Pirates of the Caribbean and that was really good. Some really impressive scenes in there, very well themed. There were some screens in there, however there was loads of theming in there as well. It was really impressive actually. The rooms in there were some really big rooms and it made it really look like you were outside. It wasn't the longest of rides. I was a bit disappointed when I got to the end because I was really enjoying it, just going through, seeing all the theming. It was absolutely fantastic with a really good storyline as well.
Really not that bad.
So then guys, I'm now heading into Tomorrowland because I've just seen on the Walt Disney World app that Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin is on a 30-minute queue. So I'm going to head in here. It's Tomorrowland here as well. I nearly said Discoveryland as well. At Disneyland Paris, it's Discoveryland, but here it's Tomorrowland. So I'm going to head in here and I'm going to hopefully do Space Ranger spin. It's about 15 minutes to go until the virtual queue is going to come back out for Tron. So I'm going to sit, before I get in the queue for Space Ranger spin, I'll probably sit down in a cafe somewhere in the shade, keep an eye on the time and just keep watching the time, and then as soon as it gets to 1 o'clock I'll just join the queue and then I'll try and get on Space Ranger spin. There we go, so I've just got a space in the virtual queue for Tron Lightcycle Run and I'm going to be riding in about 400 minutes, so yeah, I've got a few hours to go. However, I'm going to do some other rides such as the People Mover, which is currently advertised as a 25-minute queue.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do.
And a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny People Mover. I wonder if that means there's a tiny ORAC. Tracks of the cosmos for a bit of light, speedy competition.
Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
So I just had a ride on the People Mover, and I really liked that. So of course it gives you a tour all around Tomorrowland, and you go into lots of the different buildings. We went into the Space Mountain building, and because it's closed we got to see the coasters with the lights on. So of course Space Mountain is 2 different tracks. We got to go in and see the coasters with the lights on, so while they're fixing it. So yeah, that was an experience that you don't always get. You're only going to get if the ride's closed. Hopefully it does open later though, because I do really want to do it. I'm heading over now to Barnstormer, which is a junior coaster. I'm going to give that a go. It's currently advertised 35 minutes. First coaster of the day, and of course 6 credits to hopefully get here today. I know I've got Tron coming up later at about 7:30 at the moment, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Whether it gets delayed or not, or maybe it'll be pushed forwards. Either way, it doesn't really matter, but I've got lots of time now to head around the rest of the park and see what other rides I can get on. Here we go then, guys. Time to ride on Barnstormer after about a 40-minute wait. It's so busy here today. I'm probably going to get the Genie Plus. Here we go. Oh, it's a little bit jolty. There we go. A little bit jolty, but not too bad. There we go. First credit of the day. So I just had a ride on Barnstormer there, and it was okay. Short little coaster, but it's only a junior coaster, so it's quite well themed though. I do like the theming around it, that's really good. And the train design is really good as well, that looks really nice. A little bit rough, but not anything too uncomfortable. The seats were a little bit uncomfortable though. They were quite kind of solid, so it's not cushioned at all, so yeah, it's not the most comfortable thing to sit on. However, it does look really nice off-ride with all the theming on the train. So there we go. I'm going to try and get some lunch now, and then hopefully I'll get on Winnie the Pooh, which is advertised a 40-minute queue at the moment. So I'm going to see if I can find a restaurant, get some food, and then hopefully get on some more rides. So then guys, I'm now heading to Space Mountain, which has just reopened. It's currently got a 55-minute queue, so I'm going to get in the queue for that, because that's not as bad as it has been for the time where it's been open. It's been like 80+ minutes points today. So here we go, let's go get in the queue. As I said earlier, there's 2 different tracks for Space Mountain, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to do yet. I guess I'll see if I get that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do both of them today, because I'm not going to queue 55 minutes for one side and then do another 55 minutes for the other side. So if it drops down later, then maybe I'll do the other side. If not, then I'll see what happens. Hopefully Seven Dwarfs Mine Train will stay on. Well, hopefully it'll drop down. At the moment it's advertised 90 minutes, which is a lot lower than it was earlier. It was well over 2 hours earlier, so hopefully I'll get on that soon. It is really busy here today. Most of the rides here that I'm trying to get on now are hour-plus waits, so I'm not sure how many rides I'm going to do today, but I guess I'll see what happens. Tron is currently showing for me to come back to that at 7 o'clock, so there we go. It's a little bit earlier than it was earlier, which is good. Looking forward to getting on it. Very excited. Of course, it's opened as Shanghai Disney in 2016, and now they've got one here, so really excited to see it. Here we go, looks like it's gone down to 30. If I am waiting 30 minutes, then I'll probably do both sides. Fantastic. Here we go then guys, time for Space Mountain. I'm on the Alpha side. I don't think you're going to see very much, because it's in pretty much complete darkness. So let's see. Here we go. a very loud lift hill. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh wow. Oh jeez, it's fast. Oh my goodness, wow. Quite smooth as well, actually. Oh my god, this is really aggressive. Oh wow, it's long as well. There we go, Space Mountain, that's brilliant. Really good fun. And I was only waiting for 10 minutes as well. Right, I'm going to hopefully walk straight onto the Omega side now. Here we go. I won't put a POV in of the other side though, because I don't imagine you saw very much. There we go, round of applause. Brilliant ride. So then I just had a ride on the Alpha side of Space Mountain. Yeah, that was really good. The reason why I haven't done the Omega is because the queue has gone up massively and I don't really want to get in that queue because there's a lot of queuing outside at the moment and it's just starting to rain and it's only a little bit of rain at the moment, but I'm worried it's about to start tipping it down. So I'm going to head to a ride, another indoor ride. I'm going to head to It's a Small World. Hopefully that's going to have an indoor queue. It's advertised 30 minutes. And I haven't done one of these rides for ages. So I've done the one in Paris once before, but I haven't done it since 2013. So it's been a long time. And yeah, you can see I've switched my glasses now as well because it's not quite sunny anymore, but I'll probably put the sunglasses back on later. So here we go. Let's head over to It's a Small World.
If you ask me, he'll never reach that.
Mommy! Mommy! Oh dear! Hang on tightly, Roo! Look, Mama, look! I'm fine!
So unidentified, but you ain't gonna see anybody.
So as you saw by the on-ride footage, I just did 2 rides. I did Winnie the Pooh and then I did Small World. They're both really good, to be honest. Winnie the Pooh, very well themed. It was quite short. There were a few screens in there, however, it is mainly theming, but it is a really good ride, really well themed experience. And then I did It's a Small World, which is a classic Disney attraction. I've done it before at Disneyland Paris, but not for a long time. When I was there last year, there's some thunder. Yeah, rides have now gone down, or at least the outdoor rides have, due to inclement weather. When I was at Disneyland Paris last year, It's a Small World there was closed for a refurbishment, so I haven't done it for a long time. So to do it here, really nice ride, very well themed. It was a long ride. However, there is one thing I would change, and that is the fact that the ceilings in there and a lot of the walls are just black and unthemed. So with the ride being set at night, I feel like it's a bit of a missed opportunity that they didn't put star cloth in there. That's the one thing I'd do. If I was to give that a refurbishment, I'd put all the star cloth in there on all the walls and the ceilings, and then it would take the ride to a whole new level. It was such a simple thing, but it would add so much to the ride. But other than that, I thought it was really good. Okay, so the storm is starting to pass. It looks like rain has stopped, and it looks like the storm is passing. So I've got about 45 minutes until my ride on Tron. So I'm going to go to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I'm going to sit by the entrance because I'm hoping that the ride would have been evacuated.
Are you vlogging?
Yes, I am.
Are you a YouTuber?
Yeah. So I'm hoping that the queue would have been evacuated, therefore I can get straight on the ride and then head over to Tron. So let's go and see how this works out. I've figured out why this ride gets such massive queues, and that's because this line literally doesn't move. I've been here for at least 10 minutes and I've moved from literally just over there to over here. This line doesn't move. Luckily, Tron is closed at the moment, so my boarding group keeps getting pushed back. So hopefully it'll get pushed back to about, well, for still a while away from now, because it looks like I could be in this queue for a while actually. So hopefully it'll be a bit later on into the evening that I ride Tron. So I've given up. I waited about 15 minutes and I barely got anywhere in that queue. It's advertised 2 hours on the app, and to be honest, I think I believe it. So I'm gonna go over to Tron, as literally just as I finished that last clip, I got a notification saying, "You've got till 7:21 to board Tron." So there we go. It's time for me to enter and go see what Tron's like. I've got the GoPro on, hopefully I won't be waiting too long. It's time to get on. I can't wait to experience it. And here we go. Let's go and see what it's like. Here we go then guys, I've arrived at Tron Lightcycle Run. I'm so excited to ride this new for 2023 Vekoma indoor booster bike coaster. Very, very excited. I've heard it is quite on the short side, however I'm really excited to ride it and see what it's like. It looks very well themed. I have seen a POV. It looks really like some great lighting effects. It looks fantastic, and it apparently has quite an intense launch as well, so I'm really looking forward to trying this and seeing what it's really like actually being in the seat rather than just watching somebody else's video about it. Here we go. Let's go. Tron.
Lightcycle Run.
Congratulations, Caesars. A championship performance and victory for Team Blue.
So then guys, I've just had a ride on Tron Lightcycle Run, the brand new Vekoma booster bike coaster here at Magic Kingdom that takes place indoors, and that was absolutely incredible. I absolutely loved that. It was smooth, it's quite short, however it's short but sweet, really enjoyable, it's well themed, loads of different lighting effects in there. Of course, this whole ride is the story of this ride is you're racing against you're the blue team and you're racing against the orange team to go through all of the different kind of like light arches. I don't know what they're called, but you need to get through 8 of them to be able to beat the competition basically. And it's the first side to do that, the first team to be able to do that wins. That's the story of it. So it is quite short, but there's some really cool lighting effects when you're going through all of those tunnels, and it's really smooth. However, there is one thing, and that is due to the nature of this ride, and it's not going to apply to everyone, it only applies to guys. If you're a guy going on there, definitely be careful, don't pull your restraint down too far, because it does get a bit uncomfortable in a certain place, so do be wary of that. Don't pull your restraint down too far, do allow yourself some wiggle room and to be able to kind of lift yourself up a little bit, because yeah, you're kind of lying down on your front, so you can imagine what that feels like, so definitely allow space to be able to kind of lift yourself up if you do need to. That was the one thing that kind of took away from the ride. The restraints aren't the most comfortable, however they're not as bad, they're similar to on Zamperla discos, however they are a lot more comfortable rather than just gradually getting tighter and tighter throughout the ride. The restraints don't get tighter, so that is really good, and it looks incredible at night as well. Of course, when I went in there it was daytime. It was actually been, since I started in that queue, it's been about 2 hours of waiting in that entire queue, and yeah, it was long, but it was worth it because it was absolutely amazing, and it looks incredible at night. Look at this. Here we go. So that was most likely going to be my final ride of the day. I'm going to head over to Main Street now. Operations on there are fantastic as well, by the way. Oh, it's worth pointing out as well, if you are trying to get on-ride footage on there, they don't allow wrist straps. I was trying to use the wrist strap at first because I thought a chest mount might not work with the restraints. However, you're not allowed a wrist strap on there, so do bear that in mind if you're going on there. So I took the wrist strap in, and then they said, oh, you're not allowed to wear that. So then I had heard before that you can't wear wrist straps, however I forgot about it. So then I remembered there was like, oh, but you can use chest mounts. So then I asked if I can go back to the locker to go and get the chest mount. So I did, and that's how I was able to film on ride. So yeah, do be wary of that. But oh my god, absolutely incredible ride. I loved it. It's probably my second favourite Disney roller coaster after Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Absolutely fantastic. Look at it there behind me. Incredible. So I just watched Happily Ever After there, the nighttime spectacular, which was absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed that. Went on for about 15 minutes and full of fireworks, very action-packed. There are some spots where there's not loads going on, however, it's a really nice show with some great music, great projections on the castle as well, and the fireworks look amazing all going around the castle as well. There were points where there was loads of fireworks going off and it was really action-packed, and there were points that there weren't so many fireworks going off, but I'd say 90% of that show was very action-packed and I absolutely loved it. A perfect way to nearly end a day here at Magic Kingdom. So I'm heading over to Haunted Mansion now, which is currently advertised as a 20-minute queue. I'm going to do that quickly and then it'll be time to exit the park. So then guys, I just had a ride there on the Haunted Mansion. I tried to get some footage, however the camera wasn't picking anything up in there. It was way too dark. There we go, I love that lightning effect on the mansion there. That was absolutely fantastic. Now, I did Phantom Manor at Disneyland Paris when I was there last year and absolutely loved that. That's very similar because Phantom Manor is Disneyland Paris's version of the Haunted Mansion. It was absolutely fantastic, very well themed. It was a long ride, there was some great effects in there. There was a scene in there where you go past some mirrors and then there's some projections to make it look like there's a ghost sitting next to you. I really liked that. And then there were some scenes where there was like knocking on doors and door handles moving by themselves and floating candles and loads of floating stuff in there. There were lots of projections in there as well, mainly theming. However, there were some projections in there, a great use of the two together. It was a really immersive, highly themed attraction. I really enjoyed it. So then guys, that is now the end of this vlog here. It's been an amazing day here at Magic Kingdom. Well, most of it has been amazing, I'll say. Now, the park is absolutely beautiful. I can't fault the park in any way. Operation is great, staff are great, the theming is brilliant. However, it has been very busy today and it's been difficult to get on rides. Most of the rides, the standout rides, have had 60+ minute queues. So it's not been easy to get on all the rides. I have done quite a lot of the attractions I wanted to do, however there are still some that I want to do. There's still 3 credits for me to get here at this park and a couple of other dark rides I want to do, and also Jungle Cruise as well. I really want to do that, so hopefully I will be back at this park at some point during this trip. I'm thinking maybe in a few days, maybe starting off here, doing some rides, then getting the monorail over to Epcot, and then from Epcot I can get the Skyliner over to Hollywood Studios if I need to. Now, I haven't been to Hollywood Studios yet, that's coming up tomorrow. However, if there are rides that I'm not able to do tomorrow, then I can do that. However, I'm not going to have all day because our flight is going to be in the evening, so if I need to, there is a ride I need to do at Animal Kingdom. I wasn't able to do Dinosaur when I was there, so I would like to go and do that. So maybe if I do start off here, then Epcot, and then Animal Kingdom, or something like that, because I don't know if I'll have enough time to get all the parks in. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get everything done at Hollywood Studios. There's not loads of rides there, however I will definitely do as many as I can. Looking forward to experiencing it. But it's been an amazing day, other than the fact it's been so busy. It's been very hot as well. Excuse me, it has been hard at times when it's been so hot, and I've just wanted to go and sit in a cafe or something and appreciate the aircon. So yeah, it has been very hot today, probably the hottest day of the trip. But that's the end of this vlog here. I've loved all the rides I've done. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Georgia Kelly. Follow me on Twitter at Georgia Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.